Hanwell Town FC is a small non-league side based in Ealing in northwest London. Newcastle United, based in the northeast of England, play in the Premier League. They're considered the world's richest football club.
Now you might not think that these two teams have much in common at all, but there's a bigger connection than you might first think. Let's get inside and explore. Hanwell Town FC was formed in 1920 by a group of Newcastle United fans who had moved down to the area and were working here after the First World War. The club adopted Newcastle United's black and white stripes and still use them on their home shirts to this day. The club are also known as the Geordies. Unfortunately, due to financial difficulties, the club did fold in 1927, but shortly after the Second World War, the club was reformed by a family from Gateshead who again were working in the Hanwell area. Over the past few years, the club have really shot up on social media with over 20,000 followers now on Twitter or X or whatever you call it. Because of this, a couple of years ago, lots of Newcastle fans began to find out about this unlikely connection, and when playing Brentford away in the Premier League in the evening, they stopped off here at Hanwell Town for a match beforehand in the afternoon. In the end, coach loads, hundreds of Newcastle United fans turned up, and lots of money was raised for the club through ticket sales and merchandise. It was described as an emotional day, and it was a really pleasant experience for everyone involved. Well, tonight at 7 o'clock, Newcastle United are playing away at Fulham in the FA Cup, and at 3 p.m. today here at Reynolds Field, Hanwell are taking on Hendon. So lots of Newcastle fans are expected to stop off here at the Powerday Stadium beforehand, and a large crowd is expected. Hopefully it's going to be a great game and a great day. Hanwell Town play here at Reynolds Field Stadium, currently known as the Powerday Stadium, and moved in here back in 1981. The ground has a capacity of 3,000 people, there's standing and sitting places, it's plastered in black and white colouring, and for some reason there's also a London double-decker red bus.
Inside the clubhouse you'll find a bar, a tea hut selling hot drinks and food, lots of Newcastle United and Hanwell Town memorabilia plastered across all the walls, and some televisions too showing live football. There was also a club shop set up which sold things like shirts, scarves and even some Newcastle merchandise too.
Okay, well as usual we've got some food, £4 each for these cheeseburgers. Really thick burger as well, that looks quite nice. You've already tucked in, very hungry. You can get some food. How is it? Fishy, yeah. Very nice. Meaty. Looks good. We're going to tuck in now.
I'm joined now by Chris Moore, the manager here at Hanwell Town FC. I know you've been here at the club for about 7 years or so now. What has kept you here for so long? You know, do you have an end project in mind that you want to complete?
Yeah, just to go as far as we can, really. When I come here, we're in the league below, fighting off relegation. The season before I come here, and just I saw potential when I was here, and it was just to go as far as we can, and we managed to get promotion 2 years ago, trying to stabilise ourselves at this level now, and and once we do that, look to kick on, and no real end project, just to go as far as we can, and keep progressing the club, and it's come on leaps and bounds since I come in. Not saying that's just me, that's everyone's, from the committee down to the tea lady. Everyone's worked really hard to progress the club, and we're all in it together, and it's progressing well.
You mentioned progress and stabilising yourself in this league. It was a mid-table finish last season, mid-table right now. What do you think the team has to do? What more do you have to add to your squad to get them up to the next league?
Win more games. Yeah, we need to win more games, but this is a really tough league, and any game in this league, any point in this league is a real battle. There's some real big sides in this league, and someone like a club like Hanwell Town going up against some of these big clubs is a real challenge, and so it's just to win more games and and be more consistent. And if we can do that, then I don't see why we can't progress some more.
I know you were joint manager here, and just last season you became the sole manager. You know, do you feel much more pressure? What are the difficulties now you've become the sole manager of the club?
Yeah, no pressure, no pressure. Pressure's paying your bills and going to work and keeping your family afloat. So no pressure, no real pressure. It's just double the workload. It's just double the workload. The chats with the players is more. Going out to games and looking at players and scouting and looking at other teams is more. So yeah, no real pressure. Just the workload doubles.
Last season or the season beforehand, of course, with the Newcastle connections, I know a lot of Geordies came down here for a game. What was that day like for the club? I know there was a lot of money made through tickets, through merchandise. How much has that helped?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic just to have their support and things like that. Obviously, the financial side helps because every penny helps when it's a club at our level, when it's volunteer based. So yeah, it's fantastic to have their support. It's fantastic to see some of the videos up, and it's fantastic. I'm expecting quite a few Geordies here today before their game at Fulham. So yeah, it's a real good connection and a real good feeling between the two clubs. And yeah, looking forward to seeing them today.
And speaking of today, it's a big game against Hendon, a sort of London derby. How are you looking to get on in this game? How have you been preparing?
Well, we're looking to win it, as we do any game we go into. So we had a real good game there early in the season. We drew 3-3 after being 2-0 down. So yeah, it's a real good battle there. It's a local derby, like you said. So yeah, looking to hopefully get 3 points.
And what's your message to these Newcastle supporters coming down today? What's your message of thanks?
Yeah, no, big thank you to them. Big thank you to all our supporters, not just the Newcastle supporters.
Yeah,
big thank you to all our supporters because they're the ones that keep us going. They've been here in their numbers recently, and the Newcastle guys coming today is fantastic to have their support. So there's a big thank you to them, and yeah, I hope it's 6 points for 3 points for us and 3 points for Newcastle later on.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your time and good luck today.
Super. Thanks very much.
Thanks. Not long till kick-off now, the ground's filling up and both teams are coming out onto the pitch ready to warm up in their full kits and knocking about some really nice passes with their footballs. And speaking about kits and footballs, here is a quick word from today's sponsor, Kitbag. Now, Kitbag are one of the UK's leading retailers of official sports merchandise, leading from football to rugby to American football, all sports, but of course today we're here to speak about football. They've got hundreds, if not thousands, of pieces of football merchandise, 100% officially licensed, and they've got some massive sales on their website right now. So make sure to go and check out their link down below in the descriptions, and I'll drop it in the comments section too.
It was then time for the game to start and both teams made their way out onto the pitch. Hanwell started the match on top, Daniel Fosu with his half volley heading just wide of the post. It was also clear early on that this game was going to be a feisty one. Just 27 minutes in, Hanwell scored the opener, Sam Evans laying the ball off to Jacob Bancroft, who curled the ball into the bottom corner. Matt McKenzie then saw his effort hit the post and Hanwell were getting so close to a second. And just a few minutes later that second came. When trying to pick up the ball, the Hendon goalkeeper brought down Bancroft, giving Hanwell a penalty. Sam Evans, who set up the first goal, smashed the ball down the middle to give Hanwell a 2-0 lead. As we approached half-time, Hendon's Nico Muir fouled a Hanwell player. In frustration of giving the foul away, he then kicked out at said player and all hell broke loose. In the end, Nico Muir was sent off, and losing 2-0, Hendon had now lost one of their attackers. That was the end of an action-packed first half, 2-0 to Hanwell Town. The second half began with even more drama, Hendon claiming a penalty for a high boot, and at second glance it does look like a foul. After the ball was bounced around in the air for some time, Matsuka controlled the ball nicely, his volley saved by the goalkeeper. Hendon were dominating, and in the 71st minute got a goal back, Finlay McNabb slotting the ball past the goalkeeper. And not long later, Hendon found an equaliser, Joe White smashing the ball into the back of the net. The Hendon assistant really liked that one. Hanwell were pushing to get themselves back in front, but that was full time, 2-2, all square at the Powerday Stadium.
Well, that is the end of my day here at Hanwell Town FC. The game ending 2-2, a really exciting match actually, and a great point for Hanwell Town considering their current position in the league table. Of course, a big thank you goes out to the media team here at Hanwell Town for arranging my day, and also the manager Chris Moore for agreeing to do an interview with me. I've had a fantastic day. I'm sure the Newcastle fans that travelled had a great day too, and it is a really interesting story. If you did enjoy watching, please make sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. Make sure to check out my Kitbag link, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.